Hello, Regina. It's nice to be back in the Saskatchewan capital for this year's Montana's Brier. It is part of our nation's history. An event like no other, where the best come to compete, all in search of becoming a champion. This year, 18 teams dream of hoisting the tankard. Canadian champions again, and 5 for Gushue. The field includes a 5-time winner in search of a three-peat, a team full of champions, a 4-time winner, and teams on the cusp of something very special. The time has come. The 2024 Montana's Brier is next. As you look at Mosaic Stadium and the Brand Center just in the foreground, 4th time the Brand Center will host the Brier. Last time was 2018, and that was won by Brad Gushue. As on this Friday, we do say hello, Canada, and welcome to Regina. The family made it safe and sound from Calgary. Joe, Russ, Kathy, will hear from her momentarily. Brian will join us again on Sunday. It is a deep field. It is a very experienced field of players and teams.
Start with the top 7 in the country all here at the same time. It's that layer right below that, Joanne, that I think could knock somebody off, will knock somebody off before this week's over.
And just like Calgary, 18 teams, 2 pools of 9 will play an 8-game round robin. Let's check the teams in Pool A.
And immediately you look at Brendan Bottcher. They've had an outstanding Bonspiel season, followed by Matt Dunstone. They were oh so close last year as the runner-up. That 3rd spot, though, Vic, I'm not sure who's going to get it. Reed Carruthers, Scott Howard, Caitlin Schneider will all challenge for it.
Pool B, it's headed by Gushue, and until somebody beats him, he should be number 1 there.
Yeah, absolutely. 5-time champion, Cooey right behind him, 4-time champion. So those 2 are in for sure, I think. So who's next? I can go all the way down to Emmanuel from Nova Scotia, and that hometown Mike McEwen guy is resurfaced. He'll be tough.
And again, key here is just 3 teams move on. So our opener is all Alberta, a rematch of the Alberta final of Cooey against Sluchinkski. And Kevin Cooey, after a year ago, still tinkering with his team of young guns.
Bringing in Jock Oche is brilliant, in my opinion. I hope Kathy's not listening. But the relationship with Tyler Tardy is special, and it's keeping the old guy young, and that could make a difference.
And then you've got Aaron Sluchinkski. The curling general public may not know him, but the curlers do.
Yeah, they sure do. That was the 11th time he played in provincials. Finally won the thing. Beat Kevin Cooey twice. That has to help build the confidence. But you got to think first Brier, nerves are going to have to be a factor.
And a key may be the last rock in this first end. If it's Cooey's, you can expect him to put a lot of pressure on the rookie.
It's the event I look forward to the most all year. Try to peak for it, and it's a lot more exciting as players, and I'm excited to go.
He can just make any shot, and he's not afraid of making any shot, so you always got to watch out for him. But they're making waves a little bit now. Beating him twice in a row sure helps, and get to try for a 3rd time on Friday night.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
Well, the only team not playing in this first draw is Shane Latimer from Nunavut, but keeping her eye on everything else, here's Callie.
Well, it's really tough to beat Brad Gushue at any point, but if you're going to get a little bit of maybe an inch from him, it's going to be in the first game, and that's what Matthew Manuel from Nova Scotia is hoping for. Mike McEwen, wearing green for the very first time, will hope to become the hometown hero as he represents Saskatchewan. He takes on Tyler Smith from PEI. We have the Battle of Alberta, our feature game. And finally, Jamie Cooey, someone that we see from Northwest Territories, often representing, will take on the Brier rookie in Julien Tremblay from Quebec.
It's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Kevin Cooey and his team hail from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by Kevin Cooey and backed up by Carrick Martin, Jacques Gauthier, and Tyler Tardy in third. The Alberta champions are from the Airdrie Curling Club, skipped by 36-year-old Aaron Sluchinkski, with Dylan Webster, Kerr Drummond, and Jeremy Harvey. Cooey will play the red, Sluchinkski will play the yellow, and that early advantage that Cooey thought he might have. Get that last rock, put some pressure on. He did not win the last rock draw, as you can see there, quite comfortably. And so it is Sluchinkski that does have the hammer. He'll have the last rock playing the yellow stones. Teams are ready to go, and to get us underway, the Alberta lead for Cooey is Carrick Martin.
You have to think, we talk about the hammer all the time, and yes, there's 80 rocks each side, so a lot of things can happen between now and then, but beating him 2 times in a row, but I'm thinking, first Brier, nerves, Kevin Cooey, no nerves. That's huge, I think, for these guys to get hammered, because it negates any offensive play by Cooey.
Yeah, buddy. Control weight. Control weight.
All 4 members of this team making their Brier debuts. This is Dylan Webster.
Little big. Clean.
No slight error from Carrick. I believe that was supposed to be a center line guard. Alberta's going to jump on that opportunity to generate that blank end, settle in.
Literally didn't move. Didn't move? No.
All right, let's take a look at the keys to the game. Let's start with Kevin Cooey.
Well, let him think. We've talked about it before, and some of the teams he's with, I don't think, let him think. This team will. He's one of the great strategists in history, Canadian history. Just let him go. And no time to be tardy. With only 1 timeout when that rule came out, the first thing I thought of was Kevin Cooey. They're going to have to get in a hack in a hurry.
I get it. I do. I really do. I'm not laughing out loud. I'm inwardly laughing.
I'll take that.
But I get it.
Tyler's, if anyone. Okay, well then. Just get on the line, yep.
And get it to that line, because there is that no tick. And very nice, just to the line. All right. Show the keys for Aaron Sluchinkski.
Yeah, Aaron and company, they'll want to settle in. This is their first Brier. Get that first couple ends in your belt and get ready to go. And also build on provincials. They had a fantastic performance there. Aaron even says himself they played a bit more defensively and it worked for them. That might work for them early this week.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
Clean. Looks a little light to me. Stop it. Stop goal. Stop it. Hey, it's got a curl. Got a curl, Jer. Weight's good. Got a curl. Top 8. Yeah. Speed. Yeah.
Stiffing here, eh?
So as mentioned, Sluchinkski beat Cooey twice in the provincials. Kathy, in the final it was 6-3, and they were, Sluchinkski said, look, a little more wide open games, but that's for a reason.
It was. The ice was very, very quick, but it was pretty straight, and so it was really difficult to completely bury behind stones, and so that dictated the style of play. In the 1 versus 2 game, Cooey gave up a steal of 3 late in the game and couldn't get it back. And Sluchinkski was just brilliant from start to finish in that final game. And that was the difference. But it wasn't the kind of style that you would see Kevin Cooey typically play. He likes lots of rocks and lots of movement, and they didn't get it.
It's good. Little big.
Lots of movement here so far. Greg Owasco and team. The install went great, according to the whole crew. Nice and level, good speed.
Yeah, they had their lasers out, and the Zambonis did their job too, just to give them something to start with.
You talk about ice makers having their signatures. Greg Owasco ice, I always remember he loves big swing. He wants that broom in the middle of the 12-foot. He wants a lot of late finish. So much fun to play on. Just makes that finesse game so much more
absolutely
reliable.
You're looking at a buried rock and you're thinking, I can get this thing.
Yeah.
Those aren't doing much. Not doing much. On the second one? Okay.
So much experience with Tyler and Gauthier, and even though they're so young,
Similar.
this type of moment to being in the Brier's not going to phase them in the least.
Hard. Right up. Hard. 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 Gotta go. Gotta go. Hard. At the end. Hard. 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 Hard.
And will that hang around? And it'll spin. So now Cooey will have that chance.
Kind of classic. There are 3 undercurls in a row in that spot. So finally, either tighten up the ice or decrease the weight, and they might have found the weight that moves now.
You're right, exactly, because that was not very heavy. That's the fascinating part sitting up here is watching. We watched it at the Scotties too. There's a lot of uncharacteristic hit and roll outs. Missing the 8-foot. The stuff that was cleaned up as the week went along.
In his second season with Kevin Cooey, the 3-time Canadian junior champion Tyler Tardy, they went 7-4 a year ago in London.
No, let it stop. It's going to over curl if anything.
So,
and yeah, it shows a little bit now on that outturn side.
What's hot? This high. Yeah. And turn? Yeah. You got it. Yep. Wait, whoa. Whoa. Yep. Wait, yep. Oh, yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa.
Webster, run it back. He got it. But he'll roll it off the center line, so the guard is still there.
Great shot, though, to open up like that.
Yeah, especially first game. How do you know where exactly to put the broom, and makes no mistake. It's tough when you're running in an opposition stone. You don't want to spill everything. It's very precise.
love it. They're not heavy.
Still thought minimum, guys.
Get out late, line's kicked.
We're late.
Go then.
It's okay.
Hard line.
Yep.
Stay down. Hard line, buddy, come on. Gotta go for everything. Dig. Hard.
Look at this. And not quite able to sneak it by as we started to hear the buzz and bees from Carrick Martin.
Off in there.
Has to be fresh down the middle there, and Carrick knew it immediately, and he almost got it
If
there.
you don't tickle the dart, it's
Strong boy.
Oh, wait, good. Whoa.
Can Hardy sneak it underneath, or is he going to roll it away, do you think, Phil?
I think the plan was to roll to the wing.
Girl.
And he'll leave it top edge.
Good sweep. Drop.
Good spot, though. Kevin can't roll under.
Kind of just board.
Okay.
should be able to hold this pretty good.
Yeah, if they would have rolled completely under cover, I think you might have seen Kevin play the come around.
Mm-hmm. It was so high,
In
right?
a double guard situation.
What would be wrong, Russ?
So I wasn't going to like...
Yeah. And if you stay carving those, sometimes it almost like is like an accelerator.
Yeah.
Like just exponential.
Yeah.
It's funny,
So it's
just
just
first
said,
time
whoa.
here, seeing
we
things
needed
that
to,
he
for
may
sure.
have not seen before.
Yeah.
But what would be wrong with Cooey going around now, even at this point, using that stone top edge as a guard?
You could, but the fact that it's wide open, if he makes a perfect shot, then the raise is there to sit two without hammer. That would be pretty risky.
All the way. Gauthier.
All the way. Go.
And rolling it away. And they'll hang it top 12. Gauthier replacing Brad Thiessen. Remember now, Gauthier was playing last year with NBC. Skipped the team, and he was, in fact, in our opening game a year ago.
That's right.
In London.
Probably not full control.
I throw normal. When I was throwing peel in our practice, it was curling out here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, right around the beak is pretty good.
yeah, even a flip in.
Yeah.
Simple shot here, but keeping your shooter is so important for Sluchinkski. Roll out here and you give the opportunity to come around that guard.
You heard them say that carving is being very effective.
Curl. Clean. Good throw. Good throw.
Talk about time clock management. Kevin Cooey's already in the hack rest.
Wow. Well, that one timeout makes a big difference to a team like this. Yeah, pretty quick end. Nothing to lose, Vic. Throw a little extra weight here. If you roll it, you roll out. Try to roll it right across here. Right behind that yellow.
Good, normal.
Lead.
No.
Close. Yep. Lead. Yep. Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Hard,
Too
Martin.
hard.
Go.
Real hard.
Dig.
Where's this going to go now? And will it sit?
Good.
Oh, look at that. That little catcher.
Sneaky.
We'll leave it on the edge, so Sluchinkski will have to chase.
Now, Kevin yelled whoa 2 or 3 times out of his hand. He felt it was not going to take off like it did. So a little bit more curl than they guessed.
Bleeding back there.
Final stone, Aaron Sluchinkski. Out of Airdrie, Alberta, looking for the blank.
Curl.
Drummond. And oh dear.
That's okay.
And he'll be forced to take one. So just when you think it was the perfect start, nice and open, calm the nerves, he gives away a single. Well, a year ago here in Regina, it was all Connor Bedard, of course. #1 draft pick, played for the Regina Pats. This year, it's all about the rock stars on ice here at Branson. As we welcome you back, the opening night of this year's Montana's Brier. And forced error by Aaron Sluchinkski out of Airdrie. Hung around on a blank attempt. So here in the second, it will be Kevin Cooey from the Glencoe Club in Calgary with Last Rock. He has the hammer playing the Red Star.
2 more feet.
Yeah.
Staggered guards down the middle. Cooey going around a tight corner here. They didn't even look at Kark's first one. It's fast. It nearly slid into the rings.
Less kick and a bit of an ad.
Copy.
Should be close. Whoa, if you can.
Whoa.
Whoa.
To go.
Wait,
Copy.
curl
Curl and go. Curl and go. Top 4.
You gotta
Go,
go for line. Curl hard.
Gonna find the hole. They did. Get off. Where are we gonna go? Where are you gonna go? And great brush as they are hidden. T-line behind that corner, covering the 8.
I'm trying to negotiate this port here. So you see Jacques, he's got his broom the skinny way carving, trying to get as much curl as they possibly can. Just that late movement.
Whoa.
Whoa. Little warm. Clean it. Little warm. Curl. Hard curl. Keep going.
Coming through, sure enough. Got it. And just a little bit, enough to push it out. Oh, and just enough.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, just have
Just a little hot.
Knows it.
Yeah.
Kathy, what do you got for us, please?
Well, Matthew Manuel is making a statement in this first end. He made a wonderful shot, hit and rolled underneath on his first. And then on his second, he made that freeze. This is forcing Brad Gushue to take a point. He's going around the other side, throwing the out turn, when most of the play has been on the in turn side, but he does need 4-foot.
As we watch Jacques Gauthier.
Whoa.
Went 3 and 5 last year
Wait on me, guys.
as a skip for BC. And in that opener, of course, they were playing Brad Gushue, who we're watching now.
14-4.
Manuel and the team from the Halifax Curling Club all in now a second appearance. They went 3 and 5 a year ago in London, Ontario. And that'll be for 1.
has to make a difference for Nova Scotia.
Oh, you would think.
Second time.
Yeah. This is a terrific story. Kerr Drummond,
Top 4, top 8. Light's good. Top 8.
originally from Forfar, Scotland.
Top 4.
And
Gotta go. Hard line. Hard, Jared.
his brother, of course, is
Hard,
Greg
Jared.
Drummond,
Hard.
Olympic
Hard,
silver
Jared.
medalist with
Keep going.
David Murdoch, and his sister-in-law now is Vicky Drummond, gold medalist with Eve Muirhead.
Good sweep.
Always remember, it's always Eve, it stays with you. Come on, Vicky, harder, Vicky. Just yelling down the ice. But Kerr has been in Canada for 10 years, been playing with Sluchinkski for 7. But he didn't get his citizenship till just 2022, which allowed him now to play in the provincials.
Whoa! Curl! Go big!
Okay, good shot.
Well, we mentioned, Mike McEwen, now from Manitoba, wearing the Saskatchewan green and playing Prince Edward Island.
Well, he made a good one on his first one, Mike did. He made a run back, and so Tyler went around and was buried. And in trying to draw down to it, Mike was heavy and went around it into the back 8. So already lying 1, this is an opportunity for 2. Needs a good chunk of the 8-foot, almost a bite of the 4.
Should be.
For Smith,
Fine, you're good.
a 4th Brier appearance. Last year went 2 and 6. That's a nice start for PEI there from the Crapo Curling Club against McEwen from the Nutana in Saskatoon.
Yours didn't go crazy.
I had Max.
I think that's Max. I think Max, yeah.
And meanwhile, the last game on the ice, Territories, Jamie Cooey against Quebec, and Julien Tremblay, they blanked the first. Quebec with the hammer there.
Solid hack.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Wow.
Crossing the line pretty early here. They got to stay with it.
Boy, if you can sneak this underneath with that little bit of a stagger, and they cannot.
Get it out.
Okay, that's fine. Veteran.
The lefty intern there might have caught Kevin. He elbowed a couple times. Once it broke, it was gone.
Yeah, I've seen a few draws really hanging on that line. It might be a bit of a fine line there, or just really sensitive.
Good weight. Whoa.
Cooey would love to use that staggered guard situation on the corner there. Get one lost underneath.
Curl. Take sweep. Pretty straight there.
There he goes.
Yeah, I poked it a little more. But you got it coming back. So. Easy through last time. Yeah. It's that much faster. I think it's so close, but give her a go, bud.
Tons of ice here, Joanne. It's the best part of 6 feet.
Yeah, a hard kick, but pretty good.
I still got a hair minimum, guys.
Yeah. Keep room down.
Room. Good. Mine's good, though. Wait only. Room.
It's got curl.
Weight's perfect.
Well, curl. Easy. Just let it. It'll curl. Not behind the tee. Not behind the tee.
It is.
Go ahead, John.
You're buried.
Yep. Curl.
Perfect. Good shot.
Boy, and around he goes. Very nice, Tyler Tardy. It is Cooey with the hammer.
Funny watching. Jacques hasn't swept. He was a skip for so many years, and you see Carrick, veteran front-end player, keeping him off that thing. It is so fast up the middle right now. You can wait forever to sweep those. A little bit deeper than they wanted, I think, for us, because Aaron can freeze on the corner of this and shut the end down, but it's pretty precise.
I was going to ask you, when Jock's brushing that, when you were in that role, you want to sweep it to carve it, but you don't want to sweep it for distance. You can get caught.
Yeah, and trying to make it too perfect sometimes leaves the door open a little bit, like it is here.
Line's good.
Got close.
Room. Line's good. Wait on me. Wait close.
Aaron Sluchinkski
No bounce.
Little light.
and his first.
No bounce.
We're there.
Got a curl. Weight's good.
We actually did see him at the points bet earlier in the fall in Oakville, Ontario. He lost his first game to Mike McEwen.
Keep going.
Get the finish there. This weight was spot on.
Might just be right-handed out turn versus left-handed in turn.
Yep.
Tyler will get more finish than
100%.
Get some action, I think.
Sure, yeah.
Tough. It stopped just in time.
Yeah.
Kevin can't hit like half of this with a board weight. It's never going to get it through. He's got to get all kinds of that yellow, almost dead on.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
What? This is the 4?
Yeah.
Or 3, 5, 6. Just through, Kev?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's minimum.
Yeah.
Your corners aren't doing
Maybe.
much.
I think this is fine. I was pretty aggressive on my release.
We
hit it early, we're good.
It's the same as my drop path.
4 feet faster. Quicker. Yeah. For sure.
Find that interesting, Joe, if we hit it early. Quite often when brushers attack a stone early, they'll actually kill a curl, but they want to brush it early.
Yeah, they didn't want to throw very much weight at this stick. This is a little bit wide off the get-go. This has to move.
And it's Gauthier trying to help this over. Want to avoid the crash, and will they spill it out the back? Oh, you'll just spill it to the back edge. So shot rock does belong to Cooey. 2 and 3 to Sluchinkski.
They ticked that corner guard earlier in the end, and then since then there's been so much play, so much brushing. I think they're starting to wear the pebble off. It's just not curling like it used to.
And the problem too, Russ, is they wanted just through the rings weight, and they called hack out of his hand. A little bit of extra brush. It was just a little too much speed to get that curl.
Going heavy.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Solid hack.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Control weight. Just head and flop my way.
So great chance here for Sluchinkski to force and get that point back.
Little big. Rolling. Hard. Normal.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa.
Hit big.
Hard.
Yep. Hit big.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Webster picked up by Drummond.
Watch red.
And he'll spin it away. They blanked the first territories in Quebec.
Well, Jamie Cooey was facing 2 on his first. He ignored them and went around. That is the stone that the broom is beside. And when he had the opportunity, he went in again. But he has set up the double potential here. An opportunity for 2 for Julien if he's able to make the double.
As mentioned, this is an all-rookie team. So we have 2 all-rookie teams in Sluchinkski. And this one, there's the catcher. And then it just ricochets up. And so it's just the one for Quebec.
A bit of a bad break, yeah.
Cooey and his last.
Hard? I got a little hard, yeah.
And it's a draw against 2 around the edge of the 8.
You're not really on top of it either, Joanne. It's right down the draw to the button path. It has to be the quickest spot.
Whoa.
Gotta go for the line.
And whoa.
2.
And it won't. Whoa.
2 yellow.
Goodness. Cooey. Steal 2, Sluchinkski. It's the opening night. Montana's Brier, the Canadian Men's Curling Championship, dating back to 1927. And the 6th time that Regina has hosted, the 4th now here at the Brad Center. This is a rematch of the Alberta Championship. And Sluchinkski off to a great start. He beat Kevin Cooey twice in the provincial and now has a 3-0 lead here, as Kevin Cooey just doesn't have his draw weight. He didn't have it in the draw to the button. He was the worst of those throwing the draws for last rock, and there he overthrows, gives up a steal of 2. But Cooey once again does have the hammer, has the last rock playing the red stones here in 3. We go over and take a look at Nova Scotia against Canada, and it looks like Manuel has one right on the lid.
He does. He was trying to chase to make a double on his first to maybe open up even more potential, because there are 4 rocks from the tee line to the back that belong to him, but he flashed, and Brad threw a guard to try to make this draw for 2 much more difficult. He needs great weight, and he needs a lot of movement to get to the actual button.
It's there.
Yeah, wait's really good.
Good go, Matt.
Nice weight, just
One, it'll be
the line.
4-time Nova Scotia junior champion. Evens it up against the defending champion, Brad Gushue.
Would have had it if you had the line.
Yeah.
Had a great talk, Vic, before the game with Greg Owasco, the wonderful ice maker we have here today. And it's the same rocks we had at the Scotties in Calgary, but with that reconditioning, he was explaining that they come out of the factory really, really sharp on the edges. So they just simply rounded them off. They use a softer material underneath, almost like a rubber-based material. So when they spin it, they get those edges rounded off a little bit, and we're getting quite a bit, I think, more speed. Kevin Cooey got caught.
Yeah, think of it just as maybe a little burr. If you sharpen your skates, for example, you'll get a little burr on it, and you'll see them try to draw it across the dasher board, trying to get that burr off. So something similar to that.
Right up.
I think that can favor different provinces. You know, like in Ontario, you'll see 15 and a half, 16-second ice, lots of curl. There's other provinces. I know when I was in New Brunswick, we rarely saw over 14. So it might take some teams longer than others to figure that out.
Sure. Throw control this way.
Okay. Should run straight. Yeah. You played this spot. Yeah. Right on the beak.
Yeah.
It's good away.
Little big. Yep.
Clean. Yep. No, just clean.
So
Yep.
keeping that up here, too, as he steals 2.
Hard. 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 Good.
Nice.
Good shot.
Make the roll on the top.
You shouldn't really like board with that turn.
Well, we all know the story of Saskatchewan, don't we? It's been, what, it was 80, and Rick Folk.
Yeah.
So can McEwen win their first, and he has the hammer against the young skip from PEI, Tyler Smith.
Well, Tyler was trying to play a pick on his final stone. If he was able to remove the Saskatchewan stone, he would be line 4, but he jammed a couple of stones around. They have taken looks. They're not sure who is second shot. So for Mike, he's playing the kit for the 1 for sure, and then they'll figure out whether it's 2.
Lead. Yep. Curl. Yep. Curl.
There it is, and they did measure. It turned out to be just a single. So it's PEI with the lead there.
Forward
weight.
Can't buy a roll here.
Oh, nice setup for Alberta Cooey. They've got 2 corner guards with a lot of distance in between. They just need to roll under that pile.
Control.
It can be so challenging first game of an event, trying to make really precise shots, but still having to dial in on exactly the weight, exactly what the spots are all doing.
Clean. Whoa. Shot.
What's the camera care?
Could just draw through there and get a wick too, eh? I could just draw in there. Like under the corners. If I wick off.
Okay.
Yeah, you know the speed, bud.
Not a big hole.
You don't get Kevin too rattled, do you? Yeah. Sure, fine. I think this is, like, normally drawing around a corner is easier, but in this case, I don't think so.
Well, and that port looks really tight.
Right.
Because I think they have to play for a wick off that yellow, and that is so precise on line.
And then you just know what happens, and you throw it a little heavy because you're thinking wick.
And they're saying they're looking, they're calling for it.
Whoa, guys.
Back 12.
It's all over the yellow right now.
How heavy?
Back 12.
Hard down.
Maybe a little rub. There it is. And the roll, and it will peak now on that wide
Okay.
out turn side.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
I don't know if he had gotten through there cleanly, Joe, where it would have stopped.
Yeah, I think it was a little more than they wanted. A little less weight probably stays at least partially under, and that's a great shot, trying to get your opponent to chase wide on the outside there, but just a little heavy.
Well, we said, though, the ice out here now isn't like going where no man has gone before. It's pretty consistent across.
100%, especially this early in the game. And, you know, the ice is tailored before every game right to the nth degree. And, you know, unless there was a frost problem, which you're not going to get out here, it'll be perfect there. Just a little bit of fresh pebble, that's all.
Okay. Well, he's all in now. Huh? Sitting force, Sluchinkski. Cooey with the hammer.
Wow. Pretty easy double if he needs it. I kind of like this because the double might jam.
Hack!
Because you can be pretty aggressive
Hack!
with this. Okay.
You have to keep in mind now, and we will remind you of this a lot. Just 3 teams advance. So an early loss puts your back against it. You know, we saw certainly at the Scotties a 5-team last rock draw situation. If you don't decide head to head, then you go to all those numbers of the last rock draws. You really want to avoid that situation.
Hard! Really gotta go. Hard! Gotta go.
Keep going. Okay.
And we'll lay it there. So
can't get anything going here for Team Cooey. No, you're right, Beck, and it's we talk about it a lot, but it's who you lose to. Like, let's say the score stays this way, Cooey's got a loss. He's got to get Sluchinkski he's got to pass them. He's got to catch them and pass them. You've still got Gucci, you still got McEwen.
We're on the beak. Can't the same way as I threw, or?
Yeah, control.
Okay.
well, as mentioned, 11 times he played in the Alberta Championship. And he said to Kathy and me, well, how the heck do you get by Cooey and Martin and Botcher? Well, we finally did. And so he's here. First time, new face certainly, an all-rookie team is Aaron Sluchinkski.
That's where adding 3 wildcard teams is just brilliant. It goes a little against the tradition, but Curling Canada's job is to get us some medals at the Worlds. You want to send your very best team. And, you know, think back to the day when it was, you know, Furby and Martin and only one came out. This is a way better system.
Well, it adds to the depth, certainly.
Well, especially naming that team well before provincials.
Doesn't have a ton of
No, I like. Something like there. Sure.
Trying to make something out of nothing here now. You're never blanking, so your only way to get an error here is to sink around that stagger, as Joe called it.
But what have we said? One shot could determine certainly an end or a game.
What do you think in the air?
That stagger is out if you're going to get around it.
Yes.
Right? It's as if you say, I'm going to lay a stone on the corner and you roll off. You're going to be punished.
Yep.
Now it's up to Cooey to make the shot.
And if this one's not good, his next shot is to stay in the game.
Got caught on the fast speed last, and that was towards the middle. Usually to the wing is even faster.
Yeah. Back 12.
Whoa then. Get your weight.
Exact same time as his last. Okay.
Oh, dear. He hasn't got the feel. Just doesn't have it.
I'm not necessarily sure that was much faster in that spot. He threw that pretty hard, Joanne.
You're throwing 13 on that even. On both, they're the same.
No, I know, but compared to the draw.
Yeah, and draw. Like your last one was 15. So it's 2 seconds. But it's quicker.
I think I like your call there, or we do like.
I think we can be just fight the edge of 4 foot here.
I'm seeing right there. Make him play that draw.
Yeah, because you can't play that in if we're in front of that.
Okay.
You put one right here. Make him play the draw against 4.
Yeah,
I
like that. Yeah. Just block like the inside half.
Yeah.
Even if you slip into here, right?
Yeah, if you're there.
That might even be
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need any more in the rings. Just guard this one.
Still?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's easier. Oh,
yeah, to Kerr's point, if they put that guard tight to the rings, just to the right of center, it's going to be a difficult court to negotiate too for Kevin.
Yeah, cheat towards center line side a bit.
That corner guard will be in the way and don't want to cross over.
Mid-8.
The guard. We don't need any more in the rings.
All right, back to Jamie Cooey against Quebec.
Well, Jamie was chasing a stone that was buried on his first one, didn't quite get to the face of it and rolled into the open, and that allowed Quebec's Julien Tremblay to hit and roll, so he is facing 2, looking to get to the 4-foot.
In his 17th Brier appearance is Jamie Cooey ahead of the Territories. Went 1-7 last year in London, Ontario.
Good weight.
Way to go, tight. Let's get line only right now.
And that'll be for a single, and for Sluchinkski, you heard them say it's all about making Cooey draw.
Joanne brings up a great point too. Is not just guard this, but cheat a little bit towards center line. You can see that this rock will stop left of that shot rock, and that shrinks that out-turn draw for Cooey.
He just knows it.
You're right. Actually, you can hit it dead on after all that.
Yeah. Okay. I think that ice is close.
Same ice?
But there's another draw that was heavy. It's just fooling everybody.
So let me ask you something. The draws here, Joe, would you ever play that wide stone in the 12-foot and try to roll in? If you haven't got the feel, you play the hit and roll, or is the draw live and die by the draw right here?
I think you live and die by the draw. You've got 2 phenomenal sweepers who can add 8 feet to your rock. Just make the adjustments. For Kevin Cooey, this is something that's easy to do. It's hard for him right now. The hit and roll is also extremely precise.
It's a draw against 5 here in the third.
Line's good.
No.
Weight only. Line's perfect.
Weight's good.
Line's perfect.
Go Jay left. Martin right.
Weight's good. T-line.
Go for T.
Yeah.
So they like it.
Stop for line.
It's still T. It's T. It's T.
And T it is. Cooey fans can breathe. He's on the board with a single. Final stone. He needs the button. Who's got the button? Have they got the button? Alberta's got the button, and the Tim Hortons trying. And Canada has 1 gold. Kevin Cooey is your world champion. Kevin Cooey, your Canadian men's curling champion. And Alberta are the Canadian men's curling champions. Rattle, squirt, little bit more, away it goes. World championship for Canada. Have they got this for 4? Bang it, run it across. They're going to touch it far enough. Oh, and they did it for 4 championships. Kevin Cooey. Furby, Martin, Cooey. That is quite the Alberta trio, dominating the game. And of course, Furby, yes, he has his 2 other titles for the Ryan Express, Pat Ryan. And here trying to win a 5th, while Sluchinkski tries to win a 1st. Alberta with 29, the most ever for any province. The last was by Brendan Botcher in 21. As we welcome you back on this opening night. And Sluchinkski once again will have the last rock.
Weight's good.
Leading 3-1 as the Hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Hard, Tyler.
Hard. We got enough weight.
Keep going hard.
Get back. Go.
Hard.
Keep going.
They just can't buy one, this Team Cooey. They're close on a lot of the come-arounds. They've been hit rolls. They've eluded them.
Yeah, if the weight is right, the line is wrong. If the line is good, the weight is wrong.
Yeah, that's what I see.
It's so frustrating when it's like that out there, but you just have to keep trying to puzzle it out. It's a long game, 10 ends.
Yep.
Hard. Whoa. Hard.
Yep. Shot.
Get out there.
Nice. It's good.
Center guard for one.
Yeah.
Free something.
Looks like a guard to me. Okay.
Okay.
You heard the three at the far end saying guard, and Kevin's decided to hit. I think both options have some merit. Guard might have made some sense, 2 down, and try to get something, at least get a force out of it, Joanne.
Yeah, I would think late in the game you would see it. Maybe not quite desperation yet. Make this double, blank still alive, go for it next end.
Jeez.
Double to Sid 2 now.
Some sounds of frustration from Cooey.
Right in the beat.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to Nova Scotia against the defending champions, Brad Gouges.
Matt Manuel was facing 2 on his final. He hit and rolled for shot. No way to hit and roll underneath the guard. And so it is an open hit for Brad Gouges for 2.
Jeb.
Wow.
Right to it, Jeb. Lead. Right to it. Good call and wait.
So for 2, and scoring 2, of course, with Last Rock makes the hammer conversion all important. Last year they were just 38% scoring 2 or more with Last Rock, and that's a number that, despite the fact they even won the event, they need to bring up closer to 45 to 50.
A little low.
Couple of doubles in a row here, and we're cruising for a blank end.
Yeah, as soon as Team Cooey made the move to go in, you could see that coming.
Good weight.
Clean.
Clean.
Boy.
Normal.
Clean.
Tyler Tardy mentioned his 3 Canadian junior championships, also won 2 world junior titles.
Sweet. Little firm.
Yeah.
2-1. PEI leads Saskatchewan, Kathy.
Well, that stone that you see at the top of the 12, that was Mike's final stone, already lying 2, elected to guard in the house. It just didn't finish quite enough. So for Tyler Smith, he is facing 3, but he can see most of the shot stone. If he can get to it and tap it back a bit, it's for a single.
Line's good.
Mentioned 4th time here for
Got a curl.
Tyler
Pass
Smith.
the curl.
His first was in 21 when he threw the 3rd stones for
You can go for distance.
Eddie
Yeah,
McKenzie.
line's good.
This
Keep
is
it going.
now
Keep
his
it going.
3rd time skipping.
Very nice.
And that's just enough to pick up the single 3-1.
Close again.
And won't hang it there.
And 4.
Just not sharp.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Half open. So we can't plug it.
Yeah. That's top feed.
And there, a little shake of the head. Frustrating.
Like this? I do.
Think it's
Like
worth
this
it?
call, Russ.
Half under.
Yeah, I think
He's gonna try to
it's so late. I think it's worth it. Yeah.
Well, he's not going to freeze.
No.
Well, you don't want to go right under. You just
Obviously,
want half.
back T line's
What do you
not
want?
good,
Like kind of
but
top 8, top 4.
might score
Yeah,
you
let's take it
2
on.
too.
Teaser. Same shot.
Yeah.
Draw here.
Other than a couple corner guards, I think we've been over quite this wide.
I like the weight. Yeah, it's there.
Seems pretty consistent across the board. Anything in the high 14 range.
I think we're there. I think we're a little warm.
Looks like that plays.
T-line. Lots of room.
A little warm.
Back 4.
Back 8.
Oh, whoa, don't touch.
Trying. No, we don't.
Big rotation back.
We're behind the tee.
Okay.
No, we're not. We're not. We're not.
No, finish and touch. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Good shot.
Great throw.
Well,
Really good. Shot.
Really hard to make. Very good. Yeah, just a millimeter high and
Like normal or controlled?
like a little less weight.
Yeah.
Grow. I was thinking there'd be a little bit of nerves here, but for the rookies, but no, they're looking really good.
well, the other thing too is, Joe, he may be sensing
Same weight, Kev?
the struggles of Cooey right now. So it's probably amping him up. Sluchinkski going, hey, why not? I'm just going to go after him.
Yeah, and if you can play some shots that aren't quite do or die, he's had a pretty big margin for error on his, and he's been bang on.
Looking for a short raise.
Less.
Yep.
Short angle raise. Martin on it.
Oh! Yes! Yes! Gotta keep it there. Yes!
Got to keep it there. Got it. And through it goes, and so we're heading towards a blank.
Good speed, Brier. Kind of what?
Still early, of course, Russ. It's the 4th, but you know, if you're Cooey, you expect to come out and be right on the game right away. You been there, frustrated like that?
Oh, for sure, man. Too many times, and it's the old story. You know, you've got 4 talented players there. I just don't think they were figuring the rocks out a little bit quicker, a little bit less curl in spots.
And through it goes. Blank on the board. Sluchinkski leads it, and he'll have the last rock when we come back. It's the opening night of this year's Montana's Brier. From Regina, as our season of champions continues. Our feature is All Alberta. A rematch of the Alberta Championship was played in Hinton. Hinton on the way from Edmonton towards the Rockies. And it was won by Sluchinkski. Beat Cooey twice. Now has the lead here as we welcome you back. 3-1. And after the blank once again, Aaron Sluchinkski out of the Airdrie Curling Club with Last Rock has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. We've got something going. Couple of centerline guards up. And around goes Sluchinkski.
Yeah, they're doing what they have to do here, and I didn't get the curl there, but that's the only. There's really, when there's 2 up like that, you've got hammer. There is no defense; it's all offense. You have to counter those perfect reds by sinking that second one. Didn't get it buried.
And because that line didn't work out for them, Team Cooey is going to use that stagger actually as a guard within the house. So this is where you got to get the weight right. You have to be close out of your hands so the sweepers don't have to kill the line. They want to get all the finish late.
Back 4.
Baby.
Keep. Wait only. Keep. Curl then.
Really
curl
gotta
then. Curl
Really got to
then.
curl. Hard current.
Finally see Martin pivoting around.
Get it in the 4th.
And now Tardy
Go, Ty. Go.
will take the stone, try to carry it. Wanted to get it to the 4-foot if they can.
Keep going.
And what a great bit of brushing there to drag it to just catch the edge.
Unfortunately, that'll be wide open behind that stagger situation. If they hadn't had to sweep it early, they wouldn't have straightened that lineup out. You want to wait on those so you can just finish them at the end.
Talked to earlier about the ice makers taking the edge off the rocks, and we're definitely getting more speed, which is awesome. But it looks like now that the pebble's broken down, a wee bit less curl.
That's what you expect from a Scot, the up-weight barrier kind of weight.
I've never met a Scot that couldn't do that. Throw it really hard and really accurate.
All right, let's go Saskatchewan PEI, Kathy.
Mike made a very tricky soft weight double on his first to lie 3. And Tyler Smith responded with a double of his own. He is shot, but it is back of the house. And so this is a tap, the potential for 3 if he can move it right out of the house.
So remember now, Mike McEwen was without a team a couple of years ago. Last year he skipped Ontario. And then now finds himself in Saskatchewan, wearing the Saskatchewan green, with the Marsh brothers, Kevin, Daniel, Colton, Flash, calling line. Oh, they got it by that guard. And quietly tap it back. That will do for 2. And if he can feed off this crowd, it may be a terrific week for Saskatchewan.
Colton Flash playing third, but sweeping Mike's shots is brilliant because he's a strong individual.
Yeah, could have seen that.
Hack.
Just hack. Just hack.
Yeah, I like that.
Seen hack? It should be good ice, I think.
I think so too.
I like that broom.
I think we can hold it and curl.
Yeah, his draw took a while to come.
Yeah, I like that broom.
Yeah.
What's the play?
He's going to go after that red one that's
on the edge of the 4.
Jock said he couldn't quite get buried.
It's a piece under, so they'll have to hit and roll away here.
Get away.
They'd love to stay in the rings.
Yep. Gotta hit it. Yep. Hard. Hard. Little big. Whoa. Whoa. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Jeremy Hardy.
Clean. 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 Whoa.
Look at the weight here, Joanne. Just enough,
No
right?
roll. No roll.
And they'll hang it in. Just on the 8. 1-2. Along to Sluchinkski. Very close for third.
That's the difference, Vic, with these between an average team and a great team. That rock could go on the scoreboard because they threw the exact right speed. They weren't happy with killing the enemy rock and rolling out. So he softened the weight, took the guard out of play.
And then managed so well down the ice too, because you know you're flirting with that stone too, crashing maybe and not getting to shot rock.
Take your hair more.
Bit of danger here now for Team Cooey.
Yeah, they're looking to use the 2 yellows that are next to each other at the top of the house. Just tap their own rock and nestle it right in between them. Oh, no, they changed the call. Hit and roll.
Here we go. The buzzing beat started. There we go. Oh, and settle down, and it will. Looks like it may be second shot.
Good sweep, bud.
Great throw.
Tardy, left-hander. Only one other left-hander in the field, and that is Mark Kennedy for Brendan Box's team.
Beauty. Attaboy. Beauty. Attaboy. Like that? Yep.
Yeah. Don't think you need to whip it.
No, I was thinking like board or something.
You got to hit pretty much
board. Yeah.
Pretty much all you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Try quiet weight raise here.
They get super close to that red Cooey stone to do this. Otherwise, it goes across the top.
Close. Whoa.
Not a draw tonight.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
This got to curl a mile.
Curl. 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 Curl.
Oh.
Sneaky.
Yeah, he spins it to the back 4. It may be showing shot arc. Second shot's showing. So does the one at the back 4.
Yeah, just here.
I thought he was. Did you not think he was playing the red into the pocket of those stones, or am I wrong?
No, he was playing yellow onto this back red, and you heard him say he just tapped it out with the outward motion and only hit it a quarter up instead of 3/4. Got away with it though, Joanne. How do you? What's Cooey do? He can't freeze. A bit of trouble still.
No, sliver high.
Run double maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think this will curl as much.
Extremely tough to keep both reds in play.
Tardy asked for a little more ice, and
Little left.
he was
Forward.
shaken off by Cooey.
Hard.
Really gotta go.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa!
Gauthier picks him up. Bang, bang, and we'll run it by. Opens up shot, Stone.
I think that's what they were trying. I thought they were trying a heavier weight raise double, but they were just trying to control the two reds. Good shot.
That's 2 precision hits from Tyler Tardy. You expect to see that great team like Team Cooey sorting it out as the game progresses here.
Straight back double.
Put it back a bit.
Clean. Curl.
Jeremy Hardy.
Curl.
Dylan Webster. One. Oh, dear.
That was hard to do.
Shot rock still, though, belongs to Sluchinkski.
He said put it back a bit. So on release, just a slight outward motion.
The first one
Just didn't get that curl that they expected.
Okay.
The first
Like
one
I knew the first one you set, but like with board weight, like it just went backwards the whole way down. It was like that side is way straighter.
Yeah, it is.
This double.
Starting to figure it out, like you
I
say.
mean, he's still going to make this good, but like I don't see a good roll unless you.
What's wrong with just like kind of nosing it and getting a shot?
Well, I think he does that.
Sure.
He's.
I don't think you can hammer it out.
I don't think we can afford to.
Accurate. I like that.
I like that, and if I'm like, there's a bit of space.
Price want to be like 7, 8, 3/4.
More on the yellow, yeah. Edge of 8.
Okay.
Is this side the same?
Well, from what Sluchinkski just said, this out-turn side, Russ, is the straighter side. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah. A little straighter for sure.
I was hoping we would do kind of what we did.
Yeah.
I was like, because if
don't
it
send
didn't
him.
want to like tick bang,
Yeah.
that would have been the worst.
Yeah.
Could have killed both.
Yeah.
T-line by.
Yep.
That's good weight for this
Yep.
shot.
This is fully up to speed here.
You want to just nestle right into that pocket. 7/8 on the yellow rock, back 4 foot.
You're not heavy.
How much? Hard line. Hard line.
Hard line. Line's fine.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Do it. Hard line.
Tapping a little bit.
Whoa.
Hold it.
Whoa.
Yep. Hard.
Well, that's pretty. Considering his draw difficulties, that will mean a lot to Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, it took him longer than I expected to figure it out, but he's figured it out. That's just perfect. And there's a bit of an angle, Joanne. Like, the only way you can get it out is this way, and it's just angled that little wee bit. It's probably there, but you've got to get it really thin with a ton of speed.
Okay. All right, you're rock.
Contact point maybe right on the center line. With speed, with these stones, it'll fly.
Can I wait?
Wait on the beak.
Yeah, I can hold it here.
Probably had to be about an inch higher, eh?
Yeah, they were looking for 7/8 on the right-hand side. Just looking for nose, I believe. They're going to throw forward weight at this.
Try to stick it.
A little soft.
Whoa.
Weight's good. You ready?
Curl. Yep. Curl.
Drummond
Straight.
trying to hold it up, straighten it out.
Okay.
And just that little bit of separation. They released the stone.
Just missed that.
Ain't it funny? That's one draw. Cooey's draw now changes this whole end.
It's true.
Yeah. You should have the same.
I like control. Just a shade high, spin this to
Yeah, I like that.
there. And if we pick it, we pick it. But
Sure.
This lightweight hit and roll might jiggle the back around and tempt Aaron Sluchinkski into calling the draw against a whole pile of reds.
What's our weight, Kev? Control.
Okay.
I can see Kevin once they know it's not jamming, they're going to try to keep this as high as they can.
You don't often hear that question. And John Cochie just said, what's our leave? What do we want to leave? We always talk about the process, but what do we want to see when it's all over?
Yeah, smart. We use the buzzword tolerance. You have to have that in your head as a brusher.
Cochie on it now.
Curl all the way. Curl, go, 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 go.
Would love to just pick it off the nose, just like that. What a turnaround on this in this end. It looked like it was all Sluchinkski.
That's max ice to make that way.
Is that referring now to the straightness of that side, you think?
Yeah, and he said he took just the maximum broom there. Maybe could have tightened it up a bit more, but wanted to make sure that he didn't disturb the back.
Yeah, you couldn't miss it narrow. So stranger things have happened. You know, we watched a lot of rocks here under curl.
Well, remember now, Cooey in the third faced 5 with his last when he was struggling with his draw weight, put it on the tee line. And now Sluchinkski here in 5, facing 3. And Webster got to get it over to that nose. Watch this.
Right to it.
Don't want to roll away. Oh, don't want to roll away. Oh, and he did. He's given it away. Cooey with a steal. 3-2 at the break.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Started off well. Forced to a single, stole 2, but has now given up 2 consecutive points as Sluchinkski continues to hold on to a 3-2 lead. The numbers after 5.
And as we usually see in an opening draw, a few uncharacteristic misses with Cooey sliding all the way through the rings and giving up that 2 steal in the second end. Sluchinkski opening the door a little bit for Cooey to get back into this after rolling too far in 5. Both skips sorting out where to put the broom and what the ideal speed is.
Numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
We know it's hard to miss light now. Right?
Down by 1 when we start the 6th.
Season's been up and down. It was a little bit inconsistent. We're just looking to spark the offense a little bit and try to gain a little bit more consistency. And we thought that we would give it a try with myself back skipping, and everybody seems to be having a lot of fun and the dynamic is working out. Very excited to play this version of them. Obviously Brad, is the type of player that, when he gets rolling, pretty tough to stop. So it just comes down to capitalizing on opportunities that present themselves.
It's really difficult to pick a bad game, isn't it? My gosh, you go from this one to tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Reed Carruthers, Matt Dunstone, all Manitoba. That's when we join you again. How do you like this? Friday night, opening night, Montana's Brier. Kathy?
Well, it's been a really spectacular start on a lot of the sheets. Matt Manuel's faced some very tough shots. The lowest player on the Goose Shoe team is at 95%. That is huge. And Saskatchewan's starting to really feel off the crowd. A steal of 2 in the last end. The swing has really moved to Mike, and Mike is feeding off of it. You know about our feature game. And for Jamie Cooey, looking so incredibly comfortable about here. He comes most of the time. And it has been the last rock thrower, Julien Tremblay, that has faced a lot of pressure.
Well, we looking forward to seeing the team from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay. Trevor Bonneau, Mike McCarville, Jordan Potts, and Curtis Berg are all here and watching tonight. They'll see their first game action tomorrow as they play James Grattan and New Brunswick in that draw at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. as we welcome you back, and we go now to the sixth. And it is Sluchinkski with Last Rock has the hammer, up by 1, playing the Yellowstones.
That's later. For sure.
Yeah, but it's soft ball. Don't care. Don't hit it.
Weight's good.
Heavy
Good
again.
turn going down fooled everybody.
Just
Top it. Top it.
Just fight for.
Fighting for.
That steel changes things.
Jeremy.
All of a sudden, Cooey's back in this thing. They're starting to look a lot sharper than they were early.
It's there. It's there.
I think just knife.
Knife. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is that enough, guys?
So, of course, 5 Rock Rule 10 ends, 38 minutes thinking time. There's the big one, as Russ mentioned earlier, 1/62 timeout, and that no-tick rule of stones on the center line till the 5th stone has been played.
Play a little bump.
It's coming off.
Wait only. Wait only.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yes.
We're back 4, back 8.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Back 8.
Oh, you're right.
Curl. Keep going. Yeah.
Very nice.
Not quite far enough. Shot stone still belongs to Sluchinkski, the Yellow Rock, back 4.
Trying to double these guards off.
We'll try to do it with Kerr Drummond.
Whoa.
Oh, he'll just tickle the one on the way by, leaves it there.
I don't mind having anyone other than Carey.
Another guard for now?
Would you expect, Russ,
Real high.
teams with that upweight ability to wait a little longer before they close, try to clear the front, or in that situation it was just called for that it had to be played now with second stone?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think you can. In some situations you certainly can't, but with having that ability in the tool bag, it really makes a big difference. You can take liberties once in a while if the rocks are lined up where you can make multiple rocks go away. And these rocks are so lively, the ice is so quick. You do see teams waiting to bail longer.
Never.
Which makes this shot harder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You want so much separation because of that hitting ability from virtually every team here. Way too deep there.
Is this about getting 2 of them, you think, Joe, or just 1?
Yeah, they'd love to connect and get 2 and even keep their shooter a roll for corner guard on the left-hand side of the screen. Plan A, though, the priority is to remove both those stones from the middle. If you're Alberta Sluchinkski, want to make sure you score here. A 2 would put you right back in the driver's seat, but no more steals.
One more time, Drummond, and gets them both, and spins that shooter away too. I mean, is it possible that...
Try and hope to get a lucky force out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and if you do this,
Yeah. Try to split them up a bit.
and then we have to go real hard in 7 for at least
Control.
whatever you like. Controller here.
Nice discussion there. Maybe get a lucky force here.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? If you're there thinking ahead, it's all about holding them, forcing them to a single.
Control.
Okay.
Yeah, that might even be a blank, right? As you were talking about, and you heard Kevin Sanders' breath go really hard in 7. Of course, in 7, 2, and 8. This kind of looks like a blank all of a sudden.
Yeah, we saw that in the 4th, and they had no problem with it. But now it's 2 ends later. They're running out of time to get themselves back in this game.
Good control.
Yep.
Real hard.
Oh.
Tyler made some precision hits last end to set up the steal.
Curl.
Go, Jake. Got it.
Has to stay.
And will it hang around? And it does.
Jacques immediately When Tyler let the go, yelled a little up, a lot up, and then he gave the actual speed, and it allowed them to carve it over enough, just enough to save it.
Snoozing. Got it a little close, but
Can't roll out there. Now it's a hitting contest, Vic. Try to sit 2 here, see if you can salvage 3 mistakes at a Cooey, 3 non-doubles.
Wait's good. Forward, wait. Close. Close. Clean. Straight.
Jeremy Harding.
Clean. Straight. Yep. Hard. 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 Roll it big. Oh, lady on the God. Firm. Firm.
They were looking to roll that further to the left-hand side of the screen. Would have made it so that the double, if made, the shooter rolls out. Now, with that short roll, the double's there to keep the shooter in the rings for Team Cooey.
Curl, curl,
Curl. Curl hard.
And no. Will it sit down for him? And sure enough does. Right on the edge. So they got 2 hanging around the 12. Well,
dead straight.
Cooey.
Throwing over there.
You'd like to make the double here, but you can't. You're rolling out, and there goes your chance at a 2. It's so late in the end. Just split the rings here. Go to the corner.
Aaron threw one here, too. Yeah. Yeah. 15 and a quarter, even.
Should be real good here, Joe.
Yeah, usually 6th end. There's a mop in the 5th end break. Takes
light, but
a little bit off the surface, so typically 6th end runs even better.
Wait, good. Top 4. There. Line. T-line. Close to T.
Took lots of ice here going to the wing. They want to get all the way to the side of the 12-foot.
Back 8, back 12.
Drummond with the carry.
Right on it. Little bump. Yep. Hit it. Yes. Hard line.
Hit it. And down to it.
Aaron, you get a time? Good call.
Really good weight call by the sweepers. Very specific. They were able to call the audible and make a freeze on a different rock. Get the most out of every shot with that good communication.
This guy's spin out.
It's close enough to get shot anyway.
Need the out to make it. I think it's there, like to get. I don't know what else.
I see it dead stopping.
This is dangerous, but it's Kevin Cooey. I think if he gambles that this red off the red will just move far enough, he might be able to get it there with bullet weight.
He might. He's going to freeze again, though.
Cut it across there.
Well, I mean, this is kind of. It's an auto deuce.
If you want to crack up the double, go for it. I'm not convinced we're getting that there.
No, right. I'm not either. But
I don't mind the nose call with hard.
Yeah. I think so, eh?
Sure. Yeah, I like that. I think we got 2 calls.
Easiest way to get out here with the blank.
If we play it tighter side. So if it over curls, he might be able to.
This guy's got to go though, I think, or else we're dead.
The hard part
dead
here,
nose.
They're talking nose now. The hard part with nose is you could jam it also. So you're going to protect to the right side, and you don't have any real estate, so you end up rolling out.
To make the double, it's, yeah.
You just try to nose
Just beautiful freeze there, nice angle.
I think he's just trying to roll like
2 so there's a double or something.
Yeah.
Hope this one spins somewhere.
What's the key to the shot? Making that yellow go away, Joe? Is that the shot, or is he trying to make the double?
He wants to kill this yellow.
Okay.
He talked about trying to roll to the middle, but just too much of a risk of jamming.
Cooey, and his first. Can he kill it? And he does.
Beautiful shot. Nose hit. It doesn't look exciting, but that was not easy.
Great shot, Kev.
Now there's a chance to possibly get out of this with a double in your last one.
14-1. Yeah, 15.5 will work.
Are we going
Trying to put it back?
freeze, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Same type of thing.
Stay on the inside.
Yeah.
He's dialed in on back forward.
Brothers playing side by side. Kevin in the foreground, Jamie in the back, skipping the territories against Quebec, and Kathy keeping her eye on
the T line.
all the other games.
Line good.
Back a little bit.
T-line.
Where are we at? Gotta go. All right, guys. Gotta go.
Drummond's head barely lifts. Webster does a little lift and a look and back. And
Keep going, right back.
they try and back this one down to it.
Keep going. Nice.
And they'll drag it there for second shot.
Pretty good spot, good sweep.
Really well brushed. 15-4.
Slap side, double.
Margin for error is so much bigger with this brushing.
Third.
Yeah, well said. It's when you got a surface this quick and you got horses like that. That was well thrown. He was light out of his hand, but that was the way to miss it.
Spin somewhere.
Chance at the double here, though.
Yep.
Been a while since we've dropped in here. Manuel, Nova Scotia against Gushun, Canada.
Just a sliver more, Luke.
Just some troubles for Nova Scotia about where to put the broom. For Brad Gushue had the chance to draw to lie 2, which is what he did. That redstone you see on the left, that was Matthew's first. Luke tried the same shot. He was a little bit on the outside. They took less. That one over curled. So this is a shot against 2.
Cooey got them both. No, he'll stuff it. And so they'll have a chance for 2 there. They blanked 4 and 5 as they now play in 6.
Straight.
And that will be for a single, so Nova Scotia closes the gap, but it's still Gushue leading.
Yeah, good one. Same throw.
And so now Sluchinkski has his chance for 2.
To play that same shot, why not? You can drag it for weeks. Kevin was close. They brushed it for a while, and then it just stayed there, I guess.
Hit more. Same line. I got quite a bit more, but it's less really. I wouldn't touch it there. Keep it clean. Same line. Still running. Starting to curl now. Keep it clean.
Needs to bite the white. Needs a piece of the 8.
Can't touch it.
Wow. Unforced errors. Goodness gracious. Gets just 1. Victoria Park in downtown Regina dates back to 1883, and in the early days local farmers used to bring their produce and sell it in the market located in Victoria Park. Our season of champions from Calgary to Regina and now on to Sydney, Nova Scotia for the World Women's Curling Championships. Congratulations again, Rachel Holman, as she'll face this international field that includes a team from Estonia and then familiar names, including, of course, Silvana Tiranzoni from Switzerland and Sweden's Anna Hasselborg. All begins March the 16th, our next stop on our season of champions. On this opening night, Montana's Brier here in Regina. Kevin Cooey did say early in the end, maybe we'll get a lucky force. Well, they did. It was at the expense, of course, of Aaron Sluchinkski, who was heavy with his draw for 2. So it is 4-2, Sluchinkski leading Cooey. And it is the team from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by Kevin Cooey, that does have last rock here in 7, playing the Redstone.
Gloves, I think.
Freeze inside. Yeah. Good speed. 15.5. Yeah, that's yeah.
Straight of the 2 turns. Not a ton straighter, but it has to be a hair quicker. It's shorter from point A to point B if it's not curling as much. 15.5. That's a high number.
I got there.
Where?
Little top. Light's good. Light's good. Wade's close. T.
Lane's good. Top 4.
That last draw attributable to anything, Joe, or he just make a mistake?
I think it has to just be a mental lapse there, Vic. I had a 14 on it and a 15-4 on his first, so just a big weight adjustment. I mean, you watch the sweepers pound his first one, so you think, okay, I'll make a slight adjustment, and sometimes just that little extra release can be magnified down the sheet.
Aaron has a ton of rotation too, which did not help him on that last one.
That angle's pretty good. Yeah, I agree.
Those are the shots that'll haunt you, though.
Oh.
If they get 2, you're up by 3 playing the 7th end. You're well in control of the game. And
Steal the end before didn't sit well either. It rolled out, wide open hit. We saw this at the Scotties, I thought, too, that, you know, there was some uncharacteristic misses. Draws, missing 8 foots, hit and rolls out. You know, you've got to figure the ice out, but
Top 4, T.
you got to do it soon.
Whoa then.
T.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Short-term memory so important in the first few games of a championship.
Yep.
You have to have forgiveness for yourself on those misses and just rely on your resilience.
Keep going, move this back over here.
Great shot. Really good.
Just slowly showing up to their A game, Team Cooey, aren't they?
A really nice way to rearrange those angles.
We need to roll into something then.
You like rip the corner?
We'd have to roll into the one.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because right now they have a double.
We'll take a look if you want. What are you thinking, Jared?
Yeah, I think come off that corner into
Interesting
the red.
call.
Yeah,
That'd be the best.
Yeah. Any noise in the ring.
Be a great shot if you make it. You get the one out of the rings and you kill the corner guard that Kevin's put there for a reason.
I can make that and stick it right there, and then we keep that angle.
Even if you just,
Or
even,
even
if,
a straight
you, even
rip.
if you like ripped it and came
Yeah.
into here, there's nothing good over here.
What's that?
There's nothing good over
No,
here.
I know. I think you play to make it. Like,
Yeah,
I just want, I'll err on the double side.
yeah.
It's a very thin double, but it's very rewarding if
Quarter?
you get it in there.
Less than a quarter.
You heard them say, if I could ever stick it, now you're setting up a nice situation.
It's the only way to really make that left-hand
Yeah.
side of the screen any better. There's not a lot available to rearrange for Team Sluchinkski.
With the out-turn right.
Less than a quarter to make it.
It's hard, but yeah, you're right. Big reward to make this.
Make her good. Yeah.
Love it when the thrower goes down to the other end to look at the angles.
Make her good.
Yep.
Hard.
Kerr Drummond.
Hard. Whoa.
Quarter of a stone, they thought. Coming across. No, they'll kill their own.
That's good.
Replace that center guard.
Not all bad, Beck. They discussed that when they were talking over the options.
Yeah.
They made a really good shot.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Just thought,
Same shot. I don't like hitting anything.
I don't think we need to move it.
Oh, what if we?
Sure has
Hey, Car.
Cooey
That
thinking.
was T-line.
It's the red, yellow
Back
at
forward.
some
Okay.
point for Cooey. But he's
Just
going to
'cause he had
save
to
that.
sweep.
We ever miss this yellow if we go this way? And just get that to like here? Not, it looks like it always touches, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever freeze it? That was our only other thought. Our only other thought was just to lock it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just blasting this. Like, anything from this side is good. He can even hit it into this.
If we're not in, he just guards for his life, but
I mean, we can just sit 3 now, and then we're probably gonna get a blank at least. Like enough.
care of one more.
Like this.
Both the shots I drew up, as Cooey said, are good for them. It's nothing bad can really happen.
We might as well just sit 3 now then.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too.
Freeze the red.
Like, if you don't roll in, Probably just.
Well, I don't even know if we need to roll it. We just need to roll it where we could draw or roll a shooter behind, because we might have a hit and roll off the 8.
If we roll here, any guards were.
Yeah, he guards.
Yeah, no, we got to make sure we roll big for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like,
is this any good?
That's pretty good too.
I mean, that makes that a little bit easier.
He's hammering this in here.
I like your call.
I like this.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought they'd wait a little longer, but they're worried about that yellow slash, Joanne, up top that will just turn out good. So they can red, yellow, yellow, and sit possibly 3 here. Looks like it's lined up almost perfect to get that little bit of yellow shot rock.
Yeah, I think so. And you can roll this a little bit. Try to spread your rocks out a bit.
7, 8 low.
Patient call. Could be a blank because of this call.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Jacques Oche.
Whoa. Whoa.
Girl!
Tardy.
Girl!
Good shot.
Well, he said, I'd love to sit 3, and look at him sitting 3.
Beautiful throw.
Daddy.
Whoa.
Girl! Girl!
That could end up a lot worse.
Good shot.
Never quite satisfied, are you? Always think you could be better. Jeremy Hardy, as we play third stones.
I thought they'd go for the top one, Joanne, and play that double.
I did too.
Roll it!
And they'll kick that a little bit further underneath. A Yellowstone, though, still available for Sluchinkski.
It was pretty thick. It's pretty thick. Yeah.
And that was a really flat double. It was hard to kick shot rock all the way out of the rings.
I'm worried about the triple. If we
Really surprised
We're
there.
gonna have a double here.
It was the best result, just really hard.
Yeah, you're probably just. He's coming off that, but.
You don't have to throw a bomb at it. You can just throw like board at it and do that. It's our weight.
You can even roll open. And if the top double's made, you can sit 2 for a draw.
Are we trying to nose it, Kev?
Nose!
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get some.
Take a hair more.
It's good. It's good.
Yep.
Yep. Go quiet.
Whoa.
Yep.
Quiet. Real hard.
Hard to it.
Real
Hard,
hard.
Martin.
Whoa.
And he'll push it through, sit 3 again.
They can hold just about anything on that side. In turn for Tyler, out turn for everybody else.
Why is that, do you think?
It's just straighter. It's just the way the ice is sloped a little bit. If we look at it right now, it's maybe sloped to their right. So straight back double now.
Jeremy Hardy.
0 ice, Joanne.
Yeah, they throw these hard.
Other way.
Yep.
Stuffed it and gets away with it. But there is a little stagger now, center line.
Stagger's not great, but.
Deep almost.
I could be the out turn. Okay.
Interesting, if that double had been made and the shooter had stayed and not rolled to the stagger, you might have seen Cooey draw open side and just create maximum space, but that stagger's a little problematic.
Right, and that's why they're making this call, aren't they? Because if they split the rings, a hit and roll's made, he's in trouble.
Little roll forces a very precise shot out of Tyler Tardy here. These splits are so tough. You have to throw enough weight to get that separation, but you need perfect line.
Back 12. Little quiet.
Hard line.
Really gotta go.
It's good. It's good.
Whoa. Curl. Hard on the shooter. Hard on both of them.
Trying to roll it underneath, and yeah, they'll get a piece under.
Great shot.
Pushes the stone back 12 to sit the 2 as we drop in on Nova Scotia and Canada.
Well, risk and no reward for Matthew Manuel, ignoring the stone out in the wings, trying to get around the center guard, and did not on his final stone. So for Brad Gushue, he's looking for paint.
It's amazing, Kathy, how many times, not that Brad can't make tough shots, he's made a career, but it's amazing how many times he scores two with a very simple 8th rock.
Yes.
It's not through.
And on the left of you, see Jeff Walker. Congratulations on a 150th game in the Brier.
Good.
And they'll draw for a couple.
What was it? 14-4? Felt very similar to my my draw on the first end.
Yeah.
So it almost felt exactly the same. Yeah.
Really nice split by Tyler Tardy.
Beautiful.
Got under enough that there's no roll underneath the stagger for Aaron Sluchinkski. He has to roll away.
Those are all or nothing, too. You could group the two reds. You could throw it right through. You could nose it.
Go quiet. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Half a stone showing. Drummond.
Hard.
Oh, how close are you going to come here to that stone top 12? How close are you going to come? Oh, all over it. And now is that catcher going to help them? Yeah, that does a little bit. Saves that shooter from going out and leaving them a possibility of sitting 3.
Just a little on the light side because they thought they could hold it on the straight side, but it was, I don't think it would have tapped it through, even if you'd made it.
Feel for it.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I've overthrown like all my hits. So I was like, hey, let's throw. Is it drive here and we're never getting
We all think too much sometimes.
Well, full credit to Aaron, though, making the adjustment.
Edge of buttons probably, but we're just drawing here. So. Yeah. Like that, or is that min?
I think that'll be closer. That draw finish.
It's really just
I need
anywhere
a hair
inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as it's been?
Yeah. Yeah, same as you gave us on that intern.
So playing open side here, are they, Joe?
Yeah, I'd love to make the freeze here, but most important thing is just to sit second shot. Want to be about T-line or a little better. Don't want to leave a hit and roll underneath the middle situation.
How much?
Right to it.
Well then, just play the weight.
Line's good.
So playing down to the Sluchinkski stone. Sitting back edge of the 8. Coach Shea.
Whoa, line's good.
Leaning on it.
Whoa, no bounce, no bounce.
Little bounce.
Got to hold it down. Don't let it over curl. No bounce. Oh, that's perfect. Wow. After struggling with that draw weight through the first 3.
Beauty.
No kidding, Vic. Brilliant spot. You know, the little extra curl on that side, they had it figured out. Can you get inside here, Joanne?
Oh, I think so. Can't throw it very hard, though.
Northwest Territories, Jamie Cooey against Julien Tremblay from Quebec, and Tremblay with last draw.
And he has faced a lot of granite tonight. He made a run back double on his first because Jamie lay 3 buried, and coming around again is what Jamie did on his last one. So for Julien, he needs to get to the shot stone and tap it back.
Whoa! Back line.
26-year-old
Hard fill.
in his debut.
Clean. 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 Get away. Good job, boys. Good job. Good job. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. One yellow.
Very nice.
To even it up at 3.
Girl. Sorry.
As Sluchinkski will sit it there, not shot stone. So it'll be the draw for a couple to tie it.
Light on his first one, threw a lot more on that one. He hits that a little straighter. He might have been able to get shot rock.
It does force Team Cooey to the other side of the sheet. Haven't seen this path to the middle yet this game, actually.
It has to be a bit stale here, and there's more curl on this side. Has
good.
to be slower.
Yeah. If anything, it might. Like,
what are you thinking?
At least
what are you looking for here?
Probably a 14-5-ish.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty wide margin.
Yep.
Just needs to be a little better than half in the 8.
Remember now, he was at one point 33%. Now up to 63% on his draws.
Starting to curl.
Weight's good. Oh,
Perfect. It's perfect.
14-6.
Found it now. So the first conversion for Cooey to tie it up. Carrick Martin in an 8th Brier appearance, getting us underway, throwing lead stones. As we welcome you back on this Friday night, opening night, Montana's Brier from Regina. And Cooey has fought his way back now after being down 3-0 after 2. So here we go to the 8th and tied at 4, and it is Aaron Sluchinkski. He does have last rock, playing the Yellowstone.
Yeah, same shot.
Top 8.
Just still a little quicker, and they overcooked that one. A little extra brushing. 8-10, they don't see any signs of slowing down his sheet.
No, I had a 15 on Carrick's draw there, and that chapped off. That was heavy. 15 seconds hog to hog is very quick.
Curl, Care.
They didn't sweep much either.
Got a curl. Top 8, top 4. Dead freeze. Yeah, Jer. Dead freeze. Good.
And into the pocket.
Same speed on this side?
Yeah.
Just
Cooey with a couple, and you need a shot like this, particularly because of the fact his draw weight had been off, but he finds it and makes a great shot here.
Yeah, really impressive. You knew he'd start to get closer and closer and closer with the draw weight, but I was impressed with the line here. A little more curl on this turn. They had to get had that red one in his visual all the way down. No mistake by the brusher. Sticks it right on the corner.
Leads to a couple and tie game. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Hard line! Hard line!
Right
to it!
And Tardy.
Right to it! Right to it!
gotta go. Back one, back one, back one.
And getting a little separation.
Right in.
Good.
Or are we loop another? Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate it. I like it. Yeah.
A little bit of an overcurl on Jacques' draw there. He wanted that further to the left of the screen to keep an angle.
Yeah, nice angles for Sluchinkski here. He's got, I think they underbrushed that one because they overbrushed the previous one, and Carr kicked and rolled open, set up that pocket.
It seems weight sensitive to me, Russ. Carrick's was a little bit heavy, so the line didn't get there. That one from Jacques was the right weight, and just a little bit more finish with the right weight.
Nice angles here now.
Looking for the corner freeze here.
Got there, Jer. Easy, Jer. Easy. We're there right now. Where? T line. Whoa. T line. Yeah.
Kerr Drummond, a former world junior silver medalist with Kyle Smith.
Hard. Sorry, guys. That's shite.
Good way, Calder.
Strip that half rock, stuff it there.
He hit the top yellow.
Yeah.
Two of them go.
Yeah, two will go. The one that was just thrown, though, might tick that red one. He's going to be even more patient than that.
Something hard at it.
What?
What if we just hit and roll the one he just threw?
Want to go look at it?
Kev, what about just this?
We don't have time to look at it.
I don't see it working out great. Tyler!
Can you make this? That should drag by it. It's close.
I like this. We still got time.
Okay.
I mean, the only other thing you could do is you could do this and just spring out of here.
Yeah. Like your first call.
I like this though.
Yeah.
Trying to set up some type of pocket to either steal or force. Most teams would bash at this thing and maybe try to make a couple go away. You heard Tyler talk about the thin, but I think it would jam. Very patient call.
Awfully tempting to kill a few yellows here if you're Team Cooey, but if this can be made, you'd have to build both their rocks in front of the 4-foot.
T back 4.
T.
Waits up a little bit, says
Curl.
Jacques Gauthier.
Back 4.
Curl hard.
Tardy.
Hard time.
Hard, Dan. Hard.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
It's not terrible.
Freeze.
Freeze top, maybe. Top the red a little.
Interesting
and freeze.
situation.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Walk one right in there. Just a couple feet off last one, like 4 or 5 feet off last one.
Nova Scotia, oh goodness, have a chance to pick up a couple, it looks like.
They do, and this effort for 2 brought to you by Luke Saunders, who made 2 terrific shots, went around a corner guard. The Gushu team wrecked on it, and he drew to the other side, and they have replaced ever since. So looking to hit and stick around for a pair.
Yeah, that closes it. Gushu still leads the team. Gushu curling 97% as a team at the moment, which is a record-tying performance at the present time.
And only one up.
Yeah, that tells you how good the Nova Scotia team is playing.
I see it. I don't think we don't want to hit.
And Nova Scotia at 83%.
Half low.
Take third.
Third, he said.
Kerr was trying to play a freeze right on the nose of the yellow just off the center line, and perfect weight, it just over curled.
Seems to be a fine line there. Like, remember, Kargs bounced off, and then the next couple have over curled.
In a 3-3 tie. And Cooey appears to have a chance for 2.
He does. An opportunity on his first one to hit and lie to, and when the double was not made, it is a draw to the paint.
Well, it still leaves Sluchinkski sitting the 2, and he does have the hammer.
It's not heavy, I don't think.
Jamie Cooey.
You can go a bit.
No, let me leave him something.
Line's good. Line's good. Broom's down. Keep it down. Stay down, Cole.
He won a best of 5 in a 2-team
Right on the tee.
territories championship. Won over Nick Satterino. 3 straight games.
Good judge.
And that's for 2.
I do less than I did 2 wins ago.
Yeah. Good time to use it.
Well, we can save it.
I think we can save it.
All of a sudden, Cooey's got control of the house at the top.
What do you think?
I don't like peeling.
What'd you like?
I don't like peeling.
We could do like a board weight or 2, just get rid of one.
No,
of these.
I don't like peeling the guard.
I don't really like opening up access to these at all.
He has nothing over here, except if he wants to tap that.
He can tap, and then
exactly. And then that one's kind of in a pocket.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, and if I'm ever top 12,
then we got a rock to.
Top 12's fine.
Say there's a rock there.
Well, he's going to play the tap on that, like he'll throw backline weight, kind of.
Well, he's not going to be lying 2.
He's out. Yeah.
I like your first call. Come right to there.
Let's see what Mickey says here.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm fine either way. Yeah.
Timeout being called. Just they're going to use it. Remember, just the 1. Oh, it's lots of Kathy. Let's go. Saskatchewan and PEI.
Well, that Yellowstone that you see, that's Tyler Smith's first. Tried to freeze on top. It is not shot. Mike tried to freeze on top and is a little bit light. It's the top of the forefoot. So this is a quiet tap of his own stone at an angle to try to get two.
Tyler Smith from the Crapo Curling Club. Oh, watch out. Oh, goodness. And now.
Little redirect.
Absolutely. So that's one. And it does appear that it is two.
Sure is.
Wow.
Fancy.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to call the shot. You just have to get the best that you can get out of it.
Well, all four of these PEI players are in the 80% range at the moment. So playing very well against the hometown team or the provincial team from Saskatoon out of the Nutana, and skipped by Mike McEwen.
You do that and leave your shooter somewhere usable?
Like that?
No.
You got to roll the shooter off pretty
get
hard,
the shooter out of there, I think.
Is it here? You just... Yeah, and then
we can play that.
What do you like?
Either that or
I feel like we have to do something. There's this yellow, this red,
It'd be nice
yellow
to get
top
rid of
back.
this guy.
There's gonna be a pocket back there, and 3 reds that you can use. I feel like we have to do something to move it.
Yeah.
What if you hammer it and everything goes?
Like, it's good for us, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Maybe this will spin off.
It's tough.
Probably, but I bet it's spinning right into here.
Yeah.
You can't see enough to spin it out of there?
That's the one that Cooey's going to kill you with. So.
Quarter.
Could you do this, Joe? Could you throw it hard enough and kick it out? Get that to bounce off of there, maybe.
You don't ever just.
Yeah, they're talking about that now. Can't see much of it, though.
No, I don't know if you can see enough to make that double.
Right here. You don't want it to like
No,
spin down.
I'm thinking whipping it. Do you ever whip it?
I think that just makes this.
Yeah, I agree.
For them.
It's like
I don't hate this.
Gets rid of one of them at least. I like that.
Push into the open. Yeah.
What kind of weight you see in Jer? Forward?
You don't have much of it, Jer.
I got a thin half.
Easily stick this one when you, as you said, you can't see much of it. Hit it too thin, it's going to stay there. But
I think they're just trying to kick off the red that's on the left-hand side of center. Get that out of the way because you know Cooey's going to use it. Try to get their shooter out of the way.
Good weight.
Jeremy Hardy.
Curl. 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 Curl.
Curl.
Hard.
Hard curl.
Dylan Webster.
Hard curl.
Hard.
And they'll release that one on the right, lose that shooter.
Okay.
We're always told that you have to be and have a game plan for an end.
Tough one.
What's the game plan right now for Sluchinkski? Is he in so deep that he can't get out with a blank, or does he have to commit now and try as hard as he can for 2 because this is the all-important 8?
It's not looking like a blank to me now, Vic.
You're thinking of killing this.
I'm just thinking like, hack. We got that catcher for a 4.
I don't hate that.
Okay.
I think the issue there, I mean, they're sitting 1 and 2. They were trying not to make anything for Cooey, but Cooey had 2 rocks in what we call kind of the control zone, right at the top of the forefoot.
Just planted, or are you trying to like nose
yeah, the main thing was get rid of that one I circled. It's gone. So now Cooey's got a soft weight tap. He's still controlling the front here. The wily veteran, he's putting pressure on them now.
Good speed here. Yep, really good.
We've seen this spot. It takes its time to curl, but this is lefty in turn. Tyler might get a little more movement here.
Oh, he picked up really quickly.
Hard!
And here he goes.
Real hard, Carrick.
Carrick Martin. Did he get it started? Here it comes. There's that center guard, and it's coming up fast. Got to get it by that. Oh, they just did. Now angle it back, and they'll get rid of one. And now that is just one lonely Sluchinkski Stone T-line. That is the shot rock for the moment.
Brilliant. As you said, the lefty's in turn. It looked like he helped it a bit. I don't know, on the swingy of the two sides. How he saved that, I'll never know.
We're going to have to call Curl and play the running back.
Can you get them all going here? Like if I just said hi? Yeah. Yeah.
Like that?
All yellows will go, won't they? Or reds go?
Yeah.
Gets them all here.
Blank might in fact be alive.
That's right. That little red on the corner, it should miss it, and then that could make a difference.
Get on that yellow guy.
Sometimes they just don't unfold the way you think.
Hard, 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 hard. Back it up, come on. Hard. Back it up, hard. Go, go, go,
Drummond. Oh, squeezed it. And will it go? Not quite. All right, live 5-5. McEwen. This is a draw against two, Kathy?
It appears to be, Vic. On his final stone, Tyler Smith hit and rolled over and moved a Saskatchewan stone over. So it does look like two, so he needs the forefoot.
Pretty hard to stick it. Whoa, Flash.
So McEwen with Colton Flash closest to the stone. Daniel Marsh is there as well. Kevin Marsh calling line. Needs a good piece of the four. And the crowd will tell you he puts it on the lid. To take the lead after 8.
We're going to be in a little bit better of a path here.
It's probably minimum for me. Middle of 12.
Narrow in that triple opportunity, jammed it, left it buried. Cooey could obviously sit 4, but here's a chance, Joanne. You can get one in buried here, maybe even tap it straight forward here to get the line right.
Just
like never heavy.
Yeah, just freeze.
We want to get in there.
Okay.
So if I throw what I threw last time, that's good?
That's perfect, if not max. Yeah, I think that's max.
So I love the comment, never heavy, meaning if I'm a little light, at least it'll curl enough and be buried. If I'm a little heavy, I might set up a red double. And then you're looking at 2.
Yeah, good. Just to it.
Well then, room. Line's good.
Just to it.
Close line.
Wait only. Wait only, never heavy.
Yeah, no, curl just to it. Curl.
Curl.
Gauthier will try to help this over now.
Really gotta go.
Slicing it over. Trying to just drag it right down to it. Oh, goodness.
Beautiful.
And in behind that guard.
Perfect. Good judge. Beauty.
World's most improved draw weight.
It's the management of the stone too, Joe. You know, from Martin trying to hold it up and now Gauthier helping it over.
Yeah, and the Super's really seeing it well now, knowing exactly where that rock is going.
Shot, Gov. You've seen that a bunch.
Good judge. Perfect. Pretty good.
It's quick like this. You can wait forever to sweep it and just drag it at the end. It's beautiful sweeping ice.
Running it back.
No choice.
Have to make noise
and
here.
his first. Make some noise.
Whoa.
Touch something and won't.
Yikes.
How does he score?
Struggling numbers for both skips. Player numbers brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Like that, yeah.
Looks like they're playing the hit.
Yeah, I think they might be trying to roll it towards the middle, Russ, right behind the forefoot situation.
Yeah, as long as they don't disturb those two, it's okay. But I thought they'd throw the
Roll a
guard.
little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Where are we rolling right beside it?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we don't have to ask. Hit and roll right over beside the two stones, center line, top 4, top 8.
Solid hack.
Oh,
curl.
Whoa, curl.
It will curl here.
Street. Yep. Whoa. Curl. Go.
They got it. They got it. Oh, it's honey. To sit 4.
I think he can make the triple with nose weight and nose here with lots of weight.
But to what end? I mean, just for your single, or would you draw?
pretty unlucky.
Well, you could draw, but it's you know, you miss it, you probably give up 3. That was, I wondered why they wanted to roll it. I guess they probably didn't want to roll quite that far. There might be a trouble here.
So he's only thrown 4 draws, and he's 63% is Sluchinkski.
They'll spin up.
Just have to throw this so hard to make it
True.
to be perfectly on the nose.
True. And there is that little nibbler on the corner too.
This is hard.
You think the rock they're hitting is going to go?
Yeah, if he gets it on the nose or maybe an 1/18 of an inch low side, I think it will.
Facing 4 with his last here in 8.
Yep.
Aaron Sluchinkski drumming.
Whoa. Yes.
Off it. Late licks. How many? Bang.
Yes.
Oh, and they'll go, and he'll get his single.
What a shot.
Perfect.
You almost thought that stone was going to come back and maybe tear him off his own and stop that. Sluchinkski gets his single. It's opening night. Montana's Brier from here in Regina. In a rematch of the Alberta final, provincial final. Aaron Sluchinkski from Airdrie retakes the lead, makes that triple for the single. And Kevin Cooey and his team from the Glencoe Club in Calgary once again with Last Rock playing the Red Stones here in 9.
Well then, this top 8 looks heavy.
Top button.
I think you just want it to die.
Yeah.
Top button.
Sit.
The defending champion, the 5-time winner, Brad Gushue leads, and he has the hammer, Kathy.
He does, and that stone that is shot belongs to Matt Manuel, thrown on his final stone. So Brad's calling a technical timeout.
Can we get him out of here? Travel time.
Let him throw, man. Like, don't do that.
Where's an official?
Somebody's either yelling or throwing things from the crowd.
No, you're actively trying to participate.
I didn't have much more than that for my tight guard.
Well, be into it and cheer for shots, but don't try to mess someone up when they're throwing the rock.
Oh, I think it's like he's been at us.
No, you're being an idiot. Is anyone else here doing that?
Yeah,
no one is.
Yeah, he's been at us like for a few inches.
It's EJ standing up for his skipper there.
Yeah.
Good.
The angle raised for a possible 2.
That is what the call is. You
Okay.
Curl.
Keep going. Whoa. Straight.
I think Brad's just going to reset. He's going to go back down to the other end.
We need him going.
You guys fucking.
No, we need. That guy's got to be removed. He's just this guy leaning over the boards. He's like rock spine. He's saying nasty things. Yeah.
Well, like,
I'll leave it at that.
He's yelling at him while he's trying to throw the rock.
That's good. Yeah, it's great. He's heckling me in the accent.
He's been at us the whole.
Well, he's checking the rock, and there was never a question about the rock.
No.
It's more about the spectator.
Okay. Ripping the front is Jacques Gauthier.
I think we get one in now. Yeah. Yeah, same shot.
Similar thing here. What kind of weight do you throw?
Same weight. Same weight.
Yeah. Just a clean out my hand.
And I think this could be a bit of a process. Brett Waldroff, the head official, is now coming out.
Similar. Here left.
We'll get back to it as soon as.
Little left. Yep.
And now he's being asked to leave. Okay.
Hard. Hard back chair. 4. Hard chair. Whoa. Hard. Back 8. Back 8. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard
Yep.
chair.
Oh yeah.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Whoa. Whoa. No.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Good tap.
So Brad will resettle, recall the shot, and get back to the hack and attempt that angle run back for 2.
Anything else?
Out turn again? 3/4. Out turn.
Cooey with the hammer, playing the Red Stones here in 9, down by 1.
3/4.
Jacques Gauthier.
Yep. Hard.
Keep it there. Go, go, go.
Real hard.
Keep it on that line. Tarek Martin. And will touch their own on the way by. So everything's open. Shot rock is Cooey. Gushew's last, Kathy.
Playing that angle, run in to remove that manual stone.
And bring the stone at the back into play. Bang, away it goes. There's 2 more.
That's impressive.
It is impressive at the best of times, but impressive after being rattled.
Good sweep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brett.
Dude, yeah. I was about to fucking fight that guy.
And a thank you to the head official, Brett Waldroff.
Highlight reel clearing shot by Jacques Gauthier on our sheet while we were in that update.
Pass.
Up the middle out of the way, there was a Cooey stone in the back 4-foot he caught on the way by.
Okay. Rip it. Oh, I don't mind like tapping it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of same weight as 2 ends ago. That split.
One down with. If you're Cooey, you either want 2 or you want a blank.
And you need to make that decision pretty soon. So he's staying on the offense so far. A little work to do here, though, with that nice freeze in there. They're going to have to bump this around, rearrange the furniture a little bit.
Good.
Try to get an angle on
Whoa.
Tyler's rock that he's throwing on that back yellow.
5-3. Cooey. Territories lead Quebec. Final stone on the way for Julien Tremblay.
Well, Julien is in a lot of trouble. It is 3 that belong to Northwest Territories in the house, including one in the 4-foot. He is trying to navigate a very small port.
Philippe Brassard, Jesse Mullen, Jean-Michel Arsenault is managing the house. Got to come through that hole there. That's the one you got to come through. Oh, goodness. Hey, applause all around. What a wonderful draw.
Super.
Julien Tremblay.
That was ball game too, Kath.
Yes, absolutely. Great brushing to have it move.
A little heavy. Little warm. Weight's good.
Jeremy Hardy.
Top 4. Top 4. Yeah, weight's good. Weight's good. Right on your broom.
Okay.
Gotta go a little bit.
Over curl line.
Okay, well. Just there.
Okay, good.
Pretty good spot. Same shot? Do we ever freeze that?
I could run it.
Freeze the red? That's pretty good.
He makes that slash.
You can't see it. Yeah?
Yeah, he's got like half.
Okay.
Is the run any good? If I can get it low.
You hate the same shot?
Time out.
Try to bounce it out a little bit?
It's like we were just saying, Vic, Joanne and I, it's at some point in time, you've got to go hard for the blank or go hard for the 2. And sometimes you get, as a skip, get caught in between.
I mean, I'm just thinking if you can get this low, if I miss the yellow, at least I'm catching that.
Yeah. We can't get under
if
here,
I can just clip it and roll it here, it's...
No.
And you can't afford to miss.
It's better to hit the red, hey?
Huh?
It's almost better to make it into the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
if we make this and he makes a slash, does everything go? Or like right beside it?
What if we just do that?
Yeah, same kind of shot.
Well, I think he's got some of this, right?
Yeah, but it's still a deuce back there, deuce or blank.
No, I mean, I don't hate your call now. I thought you could just peel, but...
I was thinking peel myself.
Okay, we peel. What's he doing?
Well, if you peel, then you might as well try this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
What's he doing if we
make
peel?
sure you
Just
peel.
replacing it probably, right? I like this.
I think I like this too.
Take a run at it. Okay.
6-5.
Get rid of one of these
McEwen
yellows,
and
right?
Saskatchewan leading and sitting a couple PEI with last rock.
And it's a pretty sharp double, and you probably stick your shooter, so Tyler's electing to play the draw to the 4-foot.
38. Okay, you need a piece of 4-foot.
Prince Edward Island to Smith. They won a 7-team round robin, went 6-0, and they beat Jamie Newson 8-3 in the final. 83% on his draws, but they're going to have to go here.
Line's good.
Nice shot.
Really go. They got to really go.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, how do you like that? Right to the bright red mud of Prince Edward Island for a single.
You brought that one with you, Vic.
He did, because he was so excited to say it. That was a big setup.
You know, yes, sometimes.
Too much time off between events, Kathy.
You save things for those moments.
Even if he rolls it out.
When you can force them in.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
And it's only night.
Sit and roll. Be nice to just kind of go under ours like a quarter of a rock.
Okay. We don't need to be cute. Even if he knows that, it's fine. They know it's pretty good.
Great accuracy from Tyler there to run that back and kick that out of there.
Yeah, that was one of the options they talked about. Sluchinkski's going to sit 3 right away here,
good
though.
Point. It doesn't mean they're out of jail, is it?
Really got to go.
Hard.
Find a few doubles here
Hard.
for Team Cooey.
Real hard.
Really got to go.
Can't wreck here.
Drummond. Here comes that center guard, and in a hurry. And watch where this goes. Got a little bit of a catcher. Does. Do you push it all the way through? Not quite. Sitting there. So it is.
What are we trying to throw there?
We beat this.
It's twice Aaron's missed there on that straighter outturn side by just not throwing the weight.
So Cooey sits the 1 at the moment.
I didn't think that was possible there.
Oh, me neither. I thought it would still hold.
Or you just draw.
He rolls under this. Can I make this?
I think you can, yeah.
I got us at 2, or else it's ball game.
Yeah.
It's tough.
We can play it thick and have some options here.
You like peel then?
Yeah.
I never see
I
it.
really like this.
Okay, call it good.
I heard Cooey say we have to sit 2, so you might see an audible where it maybe stops in this type of area.
I don't mind this.
You can't miss thin and go underneath that right-hand yellow.
Yeah, have to keep your shooter in play here if you're Team Cooey.
Something in play, like if he's ever hitting this.
Okay, that's fine. What are we looking for? Thick half?
No,
2/3?
thicker. Like,
Okay.
make sure we stick around.
Okay.
Extremely dangerous call, but it's Kevin Cooey's outturn.
And his first.
Whoa. Girl.
Trailing by 1.
Clean. Straight.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Drives it right by. So sitting
It's not bad.
2 at the moment.
Might have got lucky there. That wasn't even close to what he wanted, Joanne, but the double might run into that yellow.
Good throw, Kev.
Just what kind of weight? Because if you jam this, it's bad.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You might be able to kill both, but you probably leave it double for 2 anyways. Like, even if you roll up onto it.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You like that? Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Like,
Thick
2/3?
half.
Thick half?
Thick half.
Just play a hit and roll to the left side, Russ.
It doesn't just kill our yellow, does it?
Yeah,
Doesn't it just kill the yellow?
up to it, you mean, yeah.
Like if
But
you,
it doesn't matter if it kills the yellow.
well,
This way, Joanne, you mean?
then you might
And
have
across this way?
double for 3.
Stick in there somewhere? They're worried about jamming it.
Right? Like if you jam it and then roll up, it rolls down for 3, doesn't he?
Same double for 3. Could you just play the head flop under?
Is
If you jam it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you jam it, you're always going to be at least a piece under, right?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Got about a minute to make a call.
I think if you jam that back when you're always a piece under.
What's that?
If you jam that, you're always a piece under.
Yeah, then it's a hacker for 3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because...
And if we overroll this, it's a double for 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, because then we stay at least on this side, whereas double's really far.
Like if we roll this way,
like
he has
if
a
we
double
run
for 3.
into this, this is at least coming down, and this double jams.
That's fine. That happens, and that's fine.
And like if we get it a little thick and it does bounce far, that's fine.
I think it's possible to shoot it and be laying 2.
Okay.
Just true, the roll
like if
buried.
you
If you roll buried, there's a very good chance it jams on that back left red we're looking at now. So I think this is the right call, Joanne. Throw a rocket here into the side of that red.
It's tempting to leave a chase for Kevin Cooey just because it doesn't seem to be finishing that much on those finesse weights, but you can't give up 3 here. I think I like this call.
I do too. Decent chance he can sit 2 here.
Yep. Whoa.
Final stone for Aaron Sluchinkski out of Airdrie. Is it close? Got one. And look at, is he going to get lucky enough to spill it? He does. I don't know if he expected that or not.
They knew it would go into it and they knew it would go under. They just didn't know how far, but with that speed, beautiful. Hit it exactly where they wanted to hit it. Made it look easy.
Yeah, you're in the perfect spot.
No choice now. You have to go for the double.
Here we go. Martin. Gotta go. Martin trying to hold this up now. Hold it up now. You're going to come across. You're coming across. You're coming across. Oh, and you're going to slide underneath. And it's going to be 1 yellow. It's going to be a steal of 1. Sluchinkski. Oh, it looked so good. And then just underneath.
On the slide path, hog line in. I haven't seen anything slow down yet.
Line's perfect. Hard. Get her there, boys. Come on.
Hard. Get it here.
Right
Good.
Right deep.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go hard.
Dig. Hard.
To get that around.
Tyler.
Actually, may have overcurled just a little bit, but it's all but buried. And we have our first final, Kathy, and it's a 91% game thrown by Brad Gushue. 7-4 the final over Nova Scotia.
And right through the order, Vic, this team is as solid as they were when we left Ottawa last year.
Right out, Gareth. Right out.
Here. Go.
Or you just draw one in here.
Draw for now. Okay.
You like that? Sure.
Yeah.
You want to get the depth right here because if that yellow rock comes back onto the red, it could kick over to where Kevin's broom is. So be careful here. Maybe higher still.
Yeah, just full 12. Keep it out of the way.
Got a little hard.
Yeah. Well, back 8.
Back 8.
Might chip off the center.
No.
Not that bad, guys.
No, no.
Just top T-line.
Clean, yep. Line's good. Gotta go weak. Curl. Hard, gotta go late, guys. Hard, curl too. Go.
Oh, that died.
That really can't, must have picked.
Good shot. I think we gotta come off this.
Top rock, Jared.
Yep.
Jeremy Hardy.
Whoa. Curl.
Didn't really want to move that one.
That's in the bag.
And another final. And it'll be Jamie Cooey and the Territories with a 7-4 win over Quebec and Julien Tremblay.
And Jamie Cooey looked really comfortable out there tonight. Made a lot of shots. Julien was in lots of trouble, but he also made some wonderful shots.
Don't leave it double.
I don't mind that.
Next up for Jamie Cooey is a battle with his brother. And
Probably want normal.
Kevin tomorrow night.
Are you out or you're in? Out. Okay.
They're going to go open side, but there's no double. I don't think you can make that raise red under the double yellow and get them both out, Joanne. So I think they're going to have to hit it now. They want to keep these reds apart.
It's good.
Where?
Just normal.
Curl.
Yeah,
Out of the way, Kev. Whoa, straight. 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 Hard.
Okay.
Tried to line them up there, red onto yellow, but didn't do it.
We just got caught in between a little bit. Wasn't going to come up. This is the part of the game where both teams would want that timeout still.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, is all on the line here in a 6-6 tie, and Prince Edward Island is sitting 2. Final stone belongs to Saskatchewan out of the Nutana Curling Club and Mike McEwen.
Tyler Smith went around the corner guard and was buried. Mike tried to remove it. He just tapped it back and rolled his shooter in the open. But because it was shot, Tyler had to make a play at it, and he did. So he does lie the 2. So for Mike, he needs to stick around.
Colton Flash made, what was it?
A wonderful run back double.
Double raise double.
Really tough. That's that roar that you heard.
95% on his hits so far.
Clean. Yep. Clean.
Colton Flash.
Curl.
Clean.
And the brushes go up. The crowd are up. And Saskatchewan will have their opening night win. Boy, PEI tested them.
They certainly did.
But that's one of the games. That's what we were talking about when we first came on the air. If you're a PEI, were they supposed to win that? Probably not. But if you surprise somebody like that and you win the games you are supposed to win, that just might get you through the final 3.
Absolutely right. Nice double made on our sheet, so Cooey's down to looking at a 2 at the most.
Quiet.
Clean.
Heavy hack.
Yep. Whoa.
Heavy hack.
Yep. Whoa. Curl. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Go.
Gonna roll it away and hang it on the edge. Where's it going? How far is it going? Gotta sit.
Go.
Oh, come back to me. And no, it's really close.
Okay, we're shot.
So you got that yellow on the corner, Vic.
That's the difference. And somebody just said their second shot is the one on the tee line and a shake of the head. And that's the kind of game it's been for Kevin Cooey, who started very, very slowly. That steal of 2 and a draw that he missed. And then trading mistakes back and forth. And then another mistake in 9 by Cooey. And that's the difference. Both skips struggling, but it was that early draw weight that hurt Kevin Cooey. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Aaron can roll this 3 or 4 feet. There will not be a double.
Curl. Clean. Straight.
Yeah, those 2, of course, coming in the provincial championship.
No roll. No roll.
Nice.
Stop. It's there, but
Is it there?
jam.
Have to try it.
Yeah, you do. Sneaky roll, Joanne. It might jam.
Heavy control.
Yeah, I think you got
Try to draw a 90-degree angle here. It's going to be really close.
It's like a third. Okay.
Yeah, but you would have to roll way more, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because if we only rolled half that distance too, it's like safer, right?
Control.
Yeah.
I think that's max still.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Final stone. Needs to make the double and hold the shooter, Karg Martin. And they're going to give up on this. And as it slides by, and Aaron Sluchinkski wins 3 straight now, 2 in the provincials, and here picks up an 8-4 win in his debut at the Montana's Brier. To complete this opening night here in Regina.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
So we'll begin day 2 tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's all Manitoba. Reed Carruthers, Matt Dunstone. Of course, the story with Carruthers, Brad Jacobs throwing the 4th stone, and Matt Dunstone, last year's runner-up, says it still hurts him to this day losing to Guju in that final in London, Ontario, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Don McEwen's here. That's Vienna. Dad's a winner. I know it's green, but I still won. That man, Aaron Sluchinkski, he has that man's number, doesn't he? Kevin Cooey, 2 in the provincials, now here tonight. You lose early, boy. That's the difficulty when only 3 teams get through. So till we talk with you tomorrow, thank you for joining us on this opening night, the Montana's Brier, on Canada's sports leader, TSN.